personal fouls for Pasco. Montez 7, Sanders 9, Ramirez 9, Wright Jackson with 3, Pruitt LaSalle with 5, and Goyne with 1 point. Pasco with 9 field goals in the game, 2 from Bruce Reed territory. The Bulldogs 14 of 22 from the free throw line, and Pasco was called for a dozen personal fouls. And our final statistics were presented by our good friend, Wahai alum, on 2 counts. They're good friends, Wahai alums, Jay and Paul Babbitt at the MacArthur Company. Again, Jalen Davenport, our Eric Kimball, CPA, player of the game. And our post-game show on the girls' side was presented by our good friend and Big Blue booster Phil Chevelle at Chevelle Construction. We will begin our boys Hutchins Family Farms pregame show after we step aside for a 30-second timeout presented by Knocking Point. You're listening to Blue Devil Radio presented by Big Blue Boosters on 1320 AM and 92.9 FM KGDC.
Doyle Electric delivers an amazing range of services and products to the Walla Walla Valley. Doyle Electric's 5 divisions all strive to satisfy every customer, every time. Doyle's experienced pump and motor staff services and sells pumps and motors, from large irrigation to domestic systems, along with water purification and conditioning setups for healthier, better tasting water for you and your family. The best products and service. Doyle Electric. We care about your safety.
KGDC Walla Walla.
Welcome back to Blue Devil Radio, everyone. Presented by Big Blue Boosters. I'm Roy Elia. The Hutchins Family Farms pregame show continues with the player profile, presented by our good friend and Wahai graduate Aaron Grimm at ESF Solutions, a relationship company with a focus on general contracting and succession planning services. ESF Solutions, 620 West Pine Street in Walla Walla. We are delighted to be joined on this senior night edition of the player profile by 4 very special young men, 3 on the Wahai boys basketball team, and a manager extraordinaire. We are delighted to be joined by Carter Chevelle, Gabe Corum, Sal Sisk, and Sal Sisk. I meant Sal Snow. Thinking football season, folks. What can I say? I'm all choked up. Sal Snow, and I was thinking of Vernon too. Colin Vernon, manager extraordinaire. Guys, it's hard to believe that your senior season was here. Now it's almost gone. Carter, as we look back on what has transpired so far, now as we're conducting this interview prior to the final 3 regular season games, I'm sure there are many memories that you have had this season. Could you touch on a memory or 2, please?
I'd say just the other night against Jamaican, when we came back down from the deficit at halftime, and we just kept pulling that rope and hit a game-winning 3, and then clutched up on defense. So that was a good one. You want one more?
Absolutely.
I'd have to say beating Kennewick. After coming off a tough loss to Kamaikan the night before, just staying with it, not hanging our heads, and just going up and playing the number 3 ranked team in our league and beating them by 12, I mean, that's pretty tough.
Yes, it certainly was. It was a great night. And as you said, after a very, very tough loss to Kamaikan and then a quick turnaround, and then you guys go out and perhaps play one of your finest games of the year and defeat the Kennewick Lions. 72-61 was the final count for that January 4th game in the Wahai Gym. Sal Snow, how about you? I'm guessing that perhaps your fondest memory might have been the game at Pasco early last month, or am I exaggerating a bit?
I mean, that was definitely really fun. Getting to hit a 3 and hearing my teammates cheer for me, I really like that. Also, some of my other memories were not on the court, but off the court too. Just hanging out with the guys outside, getting food with them, stuff like that. It's really been fun to get to know them, and everyone gets along really well, and that's probably been my favorite part of just being this season, is getting to know these guys. They're all great. It's been really fun.
So we now go from My Hero Zero to Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow to the Angel Gabriel. Gabe, how about your fondest memory or memories of this season?
I was going to say Kennewick too, when we beat them, just because I feel like most people weren't expecting us to come out there and beat them, so knowing that they were the number 3 team in our conference. But before that game, we knew that we could beat them, and we came out, and it was like we won the game. But not only that, like we were out there just having fun, I feel like. But then also another one, I feel like Hanford. I fouled out, or not fouled out, but I got 2 fouls early and I had to sit the first half. And then I got back in and then hit 3 threes in the third quarter, and that was a nice game for me, I felt like.
Well, now let's turn to the manager extraordinaire. I've dubbed him Mount, as in Colin Mount Vernon. And Colin, you have certainly been an integral part of the varsity basketball program. Do you have some memories that you would like to share on this very special senior night?
Well, first of all, this year, I think my favorite game to have watched was the Kamaikan game where Truman hit the big 3 to get the lead and ultimately win the game. I was personally in the student section and I was cheering hard for Walla, and I was super excited to see. It was a fun moment. For just the season in general, I just love being around the team. It's a lot of fun. I love taking stats for all the away games. Those are moments I always love to do, but I think my favorite part is always just being around the team. They're just a lot of fun to be around.
Well, there's certainly no question about that. It's a great group of guys, and I know that I've been blessed for the last several years to broadcast Walla basketball after a decade-and-a-half hiatus, called games basically throughout the 1990s, and then went away from it for a spell, about a decade and a half, and then got the opportunity when the opportunity came calling in 2016, and been loving it ever since. And with that in mind, thinking about the future for you guys, once you leave Walla High School, is there a school that you have in mind? I know we've talked about it in past player profiles, but perhaps things have changed since those first player profile interviews of the season. Carter, what do you see in your future? I think you were talking about the construction business, perhaps?
I still don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of taking my life step by step, not really trying to rush anything, and then that moment comes and I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm just, just worried about basketball right now, and that's been on my mind. Yeah.
Well, Sal, how about you?
I'm planning on, I haven't got my, whether or not I'm in yet, but I'm planning on going to Western, upstate, Bellingham, and I feel like that'd be a good spot for me. Not sure what I'm going to major in yet. There's a lot to think about, but that seems to be the plan right now, and we'll just kind of see where that takes me.
Now, Gabe, you have a couple of older brothers who are at Whitworth University. Do you see yourself following them up to Spokane, or perhaps another venue is in your future?
I have looked at going to Whitworth, and I've talked with their cross-country coach, and I might go run there. But then I also might go to University of Idaho or Montana State. I'm looking at studying architecture at one of those two.
Fantastic. And Colin, manager extraordinaire, can't emphasize it enough. What is in your future once you depart Walla High School with a diploma?
I am planning on attending Oregon
Who do you want to thank? I would like to thank my coaches and teammates for supporting me every day. And would also like to thank my family for always having my back no matter what. Any future plans? Don't know yet. Still deciding what I want. Connor Chevelle. Our next senior tonight is Gabe Cora. Accompanying Gabe tonight are his parents, Mark and Troy Cora, and my brothers, Jacob and Daniel. How many years in the program? 4. Favorite memory? Going to state my sophomore year. Who would you want to thank? I would like to thank my dad and coach Stephen Garnett for motivating and pushing me to be the best I can be. Any future plans? I am still undecided on college. The plan to study architecture. Gabe Cora. Our next senior tonight is Sal Snow.
Eating dinners and hanging out with my teammates. Who do you want to thank? My teammates, my coaches, all my friends and family who have supported me throughout the last few years. Any future plans? Planning on attending Western Washington University next year. Sal Snow. Now, we would like to introduce the team manager, the go of all managers, Colin Vernon. That's the one Colin tonight, all his parents, Justin and Colin Vernon, little brother Vincent Vernon. How many years in the program? 4 years. Favorite memory, the double overtime playoff game last year against Kennewick. Who would you want to thank? My parents, Coach Winnett, Block, Hessler, and Burt, and all the players I've become great friends with over the years. Any future plans? To attend Oregon State University, study data analytics and statistics, will hopefully be a boys basketball manager there as well. Colin Vernon. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for our senior boys basketball players. Thank you for your years of service to the basketball team, and the best of luck to your future endeavors.
And that, I never dreamt he would be able to do that kind of stuff. You know, I thought, yeah, you could score 14 to 15, but I thought maybe 4 or 5 assists. Getting up almost to 8 assists a game has been pretty special. And he's just one of those kids that shows up every day and he works hard. He tries to do his best every day. He tries to get other people involved. He's a great leader. He does the right stuff at the right time. And so really proud to just watch him grow through the program and everything that he's accomplished.
And now a word or two about the Angel Gabriel, Gabe Corum.
Yeah, Gabe's been awesome. You know, last year, you know, I think sitting behind those seniors and seeing what they did and really watching them kind of from afar. And, you know, he was a sophomore when his brother came. You know, Daniel was here on that team that went to state, so he got to kind of see that and experience that with us and travel with us. You know, in his senior year, it's like Gabe, step up and play, and he's been so good. We had him in the summer. Just this last summer going into his senior year, and I watched him and I was like, well, he's a totally different player. You know, it's kind of like, okay, this is my time. This is my, you know, I'm one of the main parts of this team, and I've got a super important role, and I'm going to step into that. And You know, I think in the summer we saw that Gabe could step up and in a game score 15, 18 points. What we've seen now in the winter is, well, we can actually rely on him to be a defensive stopper. You know, he's gotten in and played some really good, you know, players and done a great job slowing them down and getting some stops. And he's done some great things. And, you know, for this year to be his last year and his year where he gets all this playing time, he's made the most of it. And it's been, you know, it's a real pleasure to coach him.
And now, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Some words about Sal Snow.
Yeah, Sal is he's one of the best people that I've been around. You know, he's a great person. He's a great teammate. You know, and you know, I think everyone, including Sal, wishes maybe a little more playing time. He gets in here and there, but the hardest part for those kids are bringing it every day to practice and being a great teammate, because, you know, in games you may not get the playing time that you want. And, you know, it's not an easy role to step in. And as a senior, it's even tougher. And that just speaks the volume, you know, how much we appreciate him and the volume of his character, because he does a great job. Every day he comes in, he's got probably more energy than anyone else, gets guys going, he fires them up, he loves playing basketball, he loves his teammates, and our guys really appreciate that. And as a coach, you know, Coach Hessler and I are always talking like, man, it's just good to have Sal as that 10th guy to be there, to practice hard, to get people better, and then to have his energy and spirit. You know, I think if we didn't have him on this team, I think we would really miss that. And he's really added a lot to our team, and like I said, a great person, a great teammate. Our guys love him, and, you know, we've grown to love him in this 1 year that he's had with us and really appreciate everything he's done.
And last but certainly not least, a young man who I think deserves a franchise tag. If there was ever anybody who is a behind-the-scenes type person and fills the role extremely well, it is the manager, Colin Vernon. What a special young man he is.
Yeah, we call him the GOAT. We don't call him that for nothing. You know, he's incredible. Colin, as a freshman, after one day of tryout, said, "Hey, you mentioned that we could be a manager, and what does that entail?" And I said, "Yeah, man, you could be a manager. You come to practice, you keep score, you do the book at games. You know, if you know basketball, it's going to help a lot." And you think, okay, managers, they do the book on the road. They got to learn how to do that. Okay, he can set the time in practice and keep score, but he does so much more.
This contest will be conducted under the rules and regulations of the Mid-Columbia Conference and the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. All spectators are encouraged to root for their home team and are asked to display good sportsmanship towards opponents and officials. Spectators who make harassing comments, including those of a racial or sexual nature, will be removed from the gym. We hope you enjoy this evening's contest and support our efforts to respect human dignity by promoting good citizenship and sportsmanship in high school interscholastic athletics. Now, let's meet our players and coaches for tonight's game. First, the reserves for the Disney Bulldogs. Number 1, Desmond Hill. Number 4, Anthony Fleming. Number 5, Benny Barraza. Number 24, Jalen Adams. Number 2, Rocky Sanchez. And number 10, Joseph Cole. Now, the starting lineup for the Pasco Bulldogs. Number 0, junior Max Valencia. Number 11, Rafael Nunes. Number 12, freshman Gavin Bird. Number 15, sophomore Trey Garcia. And number 20, junior Lucas Meiser. The Bulldogs are coached by Romaine Smith. Coach Smith is assisted by Daniel Rodriguez. Blue Devils fans, get on your feet for your 2024-25 Walla Blue Devils basketball team. First, the reserves for the Blue Devils. Number 1, Micah Edgar. Number 2, Derek Beacon. Number 5, Jacob Griffin. 6'1" senior, number 12, and 6'1" junior, number 24, Jules Pemberton. The head coach for your Walla Blue Devils is Adam Burke. Assistant coach for is Spencer Hessler. Fans after national anthem performed earlier tonight. We'll get right into the action.
Will be starting at guard, 6'1" and a senior, and Colt Pemberton will start at a guard/forward. He is 6'1" and a junior. The starting lineups were presented by Walla Walla County Commissioner, local farmer Todd Kimball. Next time you see Todd, ask him how he's doing, and he'll likely reply, better than I deserve. And that's going to do it for our pregame show. It was presented by Hutchins Family Farms. And our first quarter this evening presented by our good friend, former Wahai athlete Darren Harvey at Mountain High Truck and Equipment. Blue Devils control the tip, and we are underway at 7:43 on this senior night. Truman Bullington, high post, hands it off to Sal Snow. A three on the way. It's around and off, no good. And the rebound comes off to Pasco, taken by Pitzer. Pasco into the front court with the basketball. Pass inside for Pitzer. It's by him and out of bounds. That bounce pass by Garcia. And the ball back to the Blue Devils. Pasco put up a little bit of backcourt pressure. Ball into Corum. Middle of the floor to Chevelle from Snow. Carter into the front court. Now to pick by Bullington. He'll drive. Down in the low block. Gets two Bulldogs off their feet. And a nice little fadeaway near side. Just off low post left side is good for Carter Chevelle. My hero zero gets the Blue Devils on the board. Here is Pasco driving in. The ball knocked away from Valencia. Taken by the Blue Devils. Chevelle gets it ahead for Corum. And Corum lays the ball up and in. First a deuce. Now an assist for my hero zero. 4-0 the Blue Devils. Pasco in possession. Far side Pitzer. Shot over Bullington. Short. Rebound taken by Valencia. Gets it on the near side. Here's a shot put up by Bird that is good for two. 4-2 Pasco. Valencia with a steal in the backcourt. And a lay-in put up and good by Garcia. Just like that, we're tied at 4. Not quite a minute and a half in to the first quarter. Bullington up top to Chevelle. Off for Bullington. Out front, three on the way. Off the front of the rim twice, no good. Rebound off to Corum. He puts it back and he is fouled. And that foul is whistled on Garcia. Gabe Corum to the stripe. For Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw. It is up and it's off the back of the rim. The rebound off to Valencia. 6-4 the Blue Devils, 6:21 and counting left in the first quarter. Valencia against Chevelle. He slides down. Could have been a travel, but instead he'll bounce it near side. The ball bounced on the near sideline by Muniz, and the ball back to the Blue Devils on the Pasco turnover. Snow gets it ahead to Bullington. Truman on the dribble, out between the rings, off to Chevelle. Picked up in a switch by Pitzer after a pick by Bullington. Gets it in the far corner after penetration to Pemberton. Shot on the way, no good, and the rebound off to Garcia. Garcia will bounce it ahead. It's stolen easily by Corum. Corum down the far side. In the lane for Bullington, and Bullington will lay the ball up and in. Trailing the play very nicely indeed, and it's 8-4 the Blue Devils. 5:43 and counting left in the first quarter. Pasco in possession of the basketball. Bird against Colt Pemberton, still on the dribble. Now to Valencia. Valencia stops near side, jumper on the way off the back of the rim, and the rebound off to Corum. Now it's Carter Chevelle. Chevelle into the lane up top to Bullington. A three on the way by Truman. Yes, sir! Bruce Reed three and $10 on its way to Big Blue Boosters. Compliments of George and Chase Hessler at Edward Jones. 5:09 and left in the first quarter. 11-4 at the Blue Devils. Bird with a basketball against Colt Pemberton. Bounce pass on the far side to Valencia. Valencia up between the rings to Garcia. Looking to drive on Corum. Gabe cuts him off the high post. Far side to Bird. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Near side, Pitzer. Here's a three on the way. It's short. And the rebound comes off to Chevelle. Chevelle down the far side. Got a pick on the far side by Pemberton. Takes it into the lane. Gets two Bulldogs off their feet. Gets it up top to Pemberton. Pemberton into the lane. And Colt will go all the way and score! 13 for the Blue Devils. 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Valencia with a basketball for Pasco. Again, Chevelle, near side, three on the way, put up. It's off the back of the rim for Muniz, and the rebound off to Bullington. Truman slowly into the front court on the dribble. Hands it off to Chevelle. Chevelle closely guarded by Valencia. Got belted by Valencia, no foul call. Here is Bullington, far side to Snow. Sal Snow in the far corner to Chevelle. Carter Chevelle with a basketball. Driving far side against Valencia. Gets away from Valencia and scores. And a timeout called by Pasco with 3:54 remaining in the first. Wahai 15, Pasco 4. And we'll be back after a 30-second timeout presented by Knocking Point. You're listening to Blue Devil Radio presented by Big Blue Boosters on 1320 AM, 92.9 FM, KGDC.
Need to make your house or apartment a little bigger? Hey, remodeling's expensive. All you need to do is store some of your stuff. And Burn Street RV and Mini Storage has the perfect size units for you. Burn Street RV and Mini Storage is located just off of Reese Avenue over by Memorial Golf Course, right here in Walla Walla. Call 520-1467 for more information on the available sizes. That's 520-1467. And if you mention that you heard this ad on the radio, you'll get a special rate. Call now, 520-1467 for Burn Street RV and Mini Storage.
KGDC Walla Walla.
Your Edward Jones, Hank Warden scoreboard update. Wahai 15, Pasco 4. So we come back into play. Blue Devils call for a blocking foul near side. Colt Pemberton is guilty of the infraction. Wheatland Bakery substitution during the timeout period. Jalen Adams in for Pasco. He possesses the basketball near side. Gives it off to Muniz. High post to Adams. Dribbles to the top of the key. Now on the near side to Bird. Bird against Cole Pemberton. On the dribble near side. Got free for a moment. Puts it up and missed it. And Corum gets the rebound. He is tied up from behind, and the ball back to Pasco. He was tied up by Garcia, far side. And Pasco to inbound on the baseline in front court. The scoreboard update was presented by our good friend Hank Warden at Edward Jones. If you're going to invest, do so with the best. If Hank could call at 509-240-3948. Garcia far side, free throw line extended. Micah Eggert, Wheatland Bakery substitution for the Blue Devils. A turnover, a bad pass taken by Chevelle. Chevelle into the front court, stops just inside the free throw line, puts up a jumper and missed it. Rebound up to Truman Bullington, and Truman puts the ball up and in. 7 first quarter points for Bullington. It's 17 for the Blue Devils. 2:52 and counting the time remaining to be played in the first quarter. Valencia with a basketball against Carter Chevelle. Chevelle is all over him like a glove. Now it's off to Adams. Adams near side. Blocking foul going to be called on Gabe Corum. Unintentional contact, but they call the foul on Gabe Corum. And a Wheatland Bakery substitution for Pasco. Sanchez into the ball game. Rocky Sanchez has checked in for Pasco. Adams in the lane, bounce pass inside, knocked away by Eggert. Loose on the deck, taken by Adams. Adams, who's been in the key forever, gets it off on the near side. Now it's out front to Bird for three. It's off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound off to Corum. Gabe into the front court, down the far side, stops. Up top, Bullington, three straight away by Truman. It's going to be short and go out of bounds. No, it's not out of bounds. It was taken by Sanchez. Sanchez front court, far side. Now it is Valencia up top with the basketball for Pasco. 17 for the Blue Devils, 2:06 and counting left in the first quarter. Valencia dribbling far side. Chevelle on him like a glove, and a whistle blown, and a 5-second violation called on Valencia, and the ball back to the Blue Devils. Wheatland Bakery substitutions. Desmond Hill in for Pasco. Another substitution for Pasco. He was listed in the book as Joseph C., and he is not on the Pasco roster. Just thought you'd like to know. Here is Corum with the basketball near side, near corner. Here is Agert for three, and that one is rounded off no good. Rebound going to be taken by Pasco. Taken up by Adams. 1:45 and counting left in the first. 17 for the Blue Devils. Adams near side with the basketball. Off for Joseph C. and an offensive foul. A block is going to be called on Pasco. Going to be called on Adams for an illegal screen. Wheatland Bakery substitutions. Griffith and Nunez in for the Blue Devils. Pemberton to the sideline along with Bullington. And Benny Barraza, Wheatland Bakery substitution for Pasco. Carter Chevelle far side. Still on the dribble. In the lane. Here is Nunez for a deuce. It's no good. And the rebound knocked out of bounds by Pasco. It'll be Blue Devil ball. Also brought to you in part by our friends Rodney and Kelly Bullington at Oregon Grain Growers, using local grains and ingredients to showcase local agriculture. Oregon Grain Growers, 511 Southeast Court Avenue in Pendleton. Ball bounced into Griffith in the low block. He's double and triple teamed, gets bumped. They reach in on him, and they're going to call a held ball, and the ball will stay with the Blue Devils. Carter Chevelle to inbound on the baseline. He's out there with Nunez, Corum, Griffith, and Agert. Carter looking to inbound. He'll loop it into the backcourt for Micah Agert. Agert with the basketball. Picked up in a switch by Adams. Driving far side. Bounce it in the lane for Chevelle, who lays the ball up and in. Chevelle from Agert. 19 for the Blue Devils. 1:05 and counting left in the first quarter. Pasco in possession of the basketball. Barraza gets it off top of the key for a jumper that is no good by Sanchez, and here come the Blue Devils. Chevelle into the front court, loops it inside for Griffith, who can't lay it in, but he is fouled. It's called on Sanchez.
That's his first personal foul, 13th foul. And the line for the Blue Devils shooting two, Jacob Griffith.
Two Walla Walla Daily Grind free throws coming for Jacob Griffith. Here is the first. It's good. Wheatland Bakery substitution, Derek Bingham into the contest. He'll replace Gabe Corum. 50 and 4/10 seconds remaining first quarter. Blue Devils 20. Pasco Bulldogs 4. Second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw by Jay Griff. It's off the back of the rim. Long rebound near side. Taken, bobbled, taken. Batted out by Nunez. Deflected by Agert. Agert will come away with it, and he is going to be grabbed and fouled. Reach-in foul on Adams of Pasco. Good hustle on the part of Nunez, deflecting the ball out front to Micah Agert. And then Agert grabbed and fouled by Adams. That's his second, team's fourth of the quarter. Micah Agert with the basketball. Near side, Carter Chevelle. Far side, Agert spots up for a three. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound deflected near side by Nunez and out of bounds. And it will be Pasco ball with 28 and 2/10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Blue Devils 20, Pasco Bulldogs 4. Our congratulations to the Wahai girls earlier this evening. The Blue Devils concluding their 2024-25 campaign by defeating Pasco 64-34. The blocking foul called on Micah Agert. He blocked Joseph C. just a moment ago. Pasco to inbound on the near sideline, front court. Ball looped in for Adams against Nunez. Tries to back him in. Gives him the lane. Reverse lay-in. Put up and good by Adams. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Here is Chevelle with the basketball. Around a pick by Nunez. Picked up in a switch by Adams. 2 seconds. He'll launch it near side. It's around and off, no good. And that will bring the first quarter to an end. Wahai 20, Pasco 6. And we'll be back after a 1-minute timeout presented by Knocking Point. You're listening to Blue Devil Radio presented by Big Blue Boosters on 1320 AM and 92.9 FM KGDC.
Listening to classical music on the radio is almost a religious experience. For far too long, however, the only way to experience classical music on the radio was via NPR. KHSS2 94.1 FM changes all of that. Walla Walla's Classic FM brings you beautiful classical music, real news at the top of every hour, and daily features that are uplifting and informative. KHSS2 Classic FM will change the way you listen to the radio. Check out Walla Walla's Classic FM at 94.1 on your FM dial. Did you know that the first air conditioner was not created for cooling purposes? It was actually designed to control humidity. Air conditioners have come a long way since then, and they do so much more. The latest Carrier systems not only regulate moisture, they also keep you comfortably cool and improve indoor air quality. If you're in the market for a new air conditioner, ask the team at Grassy Refrigeration for their advanced options from Carrier. Turn to the experts. Call Grassy today at 529-9700. That's 529-9700.
KGDC Walla Walla.
The second quarter is presented by our good friend and former Wahai athlete Darren Harvey at Mountain High Truck and Equipment. Welcome back to the Wahai Gym. Roy Elia coming to you from our Tallman's Pharmacy broadcast location at courtside.
Please come to the scorer's table. Again, Jackson Anderson, I have your club. Please come to the scorer's table.
We begin the second quarter. Pasco in possession of the basketball. Anthony Fleming, a Wheatland Bakery substitution in for the Bulldogs during the knocking point timeout. There's a three out front. It's banked around and off, no good. Rebound comes off to Pasco, and a pass into the backcourt going to result in an over and back. The three just moments ago attempted by Hill. The offensive rebound was claimed by Pasco, claimed by Bird, and then his pass, an errant pass into the backcourt, and the Blue Devils get it back on the Pasco turnover. Here is Chevelle with the basketball. Bounce it for Jacob Griffith. Wasn't expecting the pass, but he manages to deflect it to Chevelle. He'll drive on the far side, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Pasco. And it's called on Bird. Chevelle to inbound for the Blue Devils. Far side, Micah Eggert against Fleming. To the free throw line, near side Chevelle. Chevelle to the free throw line and stops. Far side to Jay Griff. Near side it goes to Carter Chevelle. Chevelle on the dribble. Out front. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Pass far side looking for Bingham. The ball was deflected and taken by Pasco. The Blue Devils turn it over. A couple of Wheatland Bakery substitutions for the Blue Devils at the next dead ball as a three is drained from the far side by Sanchez. 20-9 in favor of the Blue Devils. Here is Chevelle into the lane, and he is going to be blocked and fouled by Sanchez. Carter Chevelle to the stripe for a couple of Walla Walla Daily Grind free throws. Truman Bullington, 7 points in the first quarter, 6 for Carter Chevelle in quarter number one. Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw by Carter going to be short. Truman Bullington, Wheatland Bakery substitution for the Blue Devils. He is in for Connor Nunez. 20-9 the Blue Devils, 6:51 left in the second quarter. Blue Devils 9 first quarter field goals. Second free throw miss. Bullington had the ball knocked away inside, but the ball comes off to Jacob Griffith. Lays the ball up and in. Jay Griff, right place, right time. The Blue Devils by a baker's dozen, 22-9. Pasco in possession. Hill driving far side, going to be fouled by Bullington.
Foul number 10, Truman Bullington. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Pasco, shooting two, Desmond Hill.
Hill at the stripe for two. First Walla Walla Daily Grind attempt, rattles in and out. Wheatland Bakery substitution, Niall Dumpster into the contest for the Blue Devils. He replaces Carter Chevelle. 6:35 left in the second quarter. Second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw. Bangs off the back of the rim, and the rebound off to Bullington. Now it's off to Micah Eggert. Eggert into the front court. Drives by Fleming. Left-handed lay-in, no good. Rebound off to Jay Griff, and Jacob Griffith is going to be fouled. Fouled on the play. A hard foul by Sanchez. That's his second. And the Blue Devils to inbound on the baseline.
That's his third personal foul, third team foul.
Near side Dumpster, Bullington, Derek Bingham. Lost the ball, far side, unforced error. Results in Pasco possession. Wheatland Bakery substitution, Garcia back for Pasco. He is in for Sanchez. Pasco inbounds the basketball. Here is Fleming against Micah Agert. Near side to Garcia. Garcia on the dribble. Dribbles to the far side, stops. Now it's off to Barraza. Shot over Bingham. 3 on the way is good. Benny Barraza for 3. 22-12 in favor of the Blue Devils, just over 2 minutes into the second quarter. Niall Dumpster with the basketball. Off to Micah Agert. Agert, high post to Bullington. Bullington against Bird, goes into the lane, lost the basketball. It's taken by Barraza. Barraza into the front court on the dribble. Off for Fleming. Fleming against Micah Agert. Near side Barraza, 3 on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound, knocked out of bounds by Bullington, and the ball stays with Pasco. Wheatland Bakery substitution, Gabe Corum re-enters. He is in for Derek Bingham. 5:27 left second quarter, 22-12, the Blue Devils. Blue Devils at one point led 20-4. Knock away near side by Corum. Ball out of bounds to Pasco. Barraza to inbound on the baseline in front court. Barraza. Near side to Garcia. Round a pick. Gets it in the far corner to Bird. A 3 on the way, and that one rattles in and out. A heartbreak. Pasco hustles for the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Garcia, and the ball back to the Blue Devils. Blue Devils get a break, as the Pasco hustle is not rewarded. Corum, middle of the floor to Dumpster. Dumpster 3 on 2. Bounce it far side to Jay Griff. Waited for a Pasco player to go by and drains a Bruce Reed 3 far side. Jay Griff sends him off a cliff. 25-12, the Blue Devils. Just inside of 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and that Bruce Street 3 means $10 more for Big Blue Boosters. Compliments of George and Chase Hessler at Edward Jones. A miss out front by Hill. A strong rebound, a one-handed rebound by Griffith. Now it is Agert into the lane. Agert, crossover move, and he scores with the right hand. Eggs all the way around for Blue Devil Nation. I like Mike. You like Mike. Everybody likes Mike. 27-12, the Blue Devils, 4:28 and counting left in the second quarter. Here is Hill on the drive near side. Goes into the lane, shot over Bullington, not close. And the rebound taken by Micah Agert. Agert into the front court. Spin move to get away from Hill. Pass up top for Bullington. Hands it off to Agert. Agert spins away from Hill, gets it inside for Bullington. Shot off the glass and good, and he is fouled. And that foul is whistled on Barraza. Wheatland Bakery substitutions. Colt Pemberton in for the Blue Devils. Valencia is back for Pasco along with Muniz. 4:08 left in the second quarter, 29-12, the Blue Devils. Truman Bullington at the free throw line, and his free throw, the Walla Walla Daily Grind attempt, is good to give the Blue Devils a 30-12 lead. We approach 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. That is your Edward Jones, Hank Warden scoreboard update. Here's a 3 near side by Valencia. He was wide open. Nobody guarded him. And that Bruce Reed 3 makes it a 30-50.
Replace, we can help you. Hello, Walla Walla. I'm Julie Doty. My husband Zach and his crew at Walla Walla Transmission are known for quality service and reliability. Come see us at Walla Walla Transmission, just north of West Rose Street at 204 Bennett, Walla Walla.
KGDC Walla Walla.
Welcome back to the Walleye Gym. Roy Elia coming to you from our Tallman's Pharmacy broadcast location courtside. 30-15, the Blue Devils. Agert far side, Gabe Corum. Corum into the lane. In the far corner, Colt Pemberton for 3. It's an air ball. And the rebound comes off to Fleming. Fleming into the front court for Pasco. The Blue Devils leading 30-15. Near side, Garcia. Up top, Valencia. Now to Fleming. Fleming on the dribble against Micah Agert. Near side. Bounce it to Bird. Bird against Pemberton. Pass in the far corner. Here is a 3 put up and off the mark for Muniz, and the rebound off to the Blue Devils. Here is Pemberton into the front court. Pemberton goes all the way, lays it up. Nobody is fouled by Valencia. No, I take that back. It was on Muniz. 2 free throws coming for Colts Pemberton. 3:04 left in the second quarter. The free throw by Colt is good. Wheatland Bakery substitution. Carter Chevelle is in for Micah Eggert. Scoreboard update earlier in the quarter presented by our good friend Hank Warden at Edward Jones. If you're going to invest, do so with the best. Give Hank a call at 509-240-3948. Second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw by Colt Pemberton is good. Came into the game averaging 5.7 points per game. He has 4 thus far. 32-15 the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils in a 2-3 zone. Near side here is Valencia. 3 on the way. It's off the back of the rim, no good. High for the rebound is Gabe Corum. Now on the near side it is Chevelle. Chevelle gets it in the near corner to Dumpster. Dumpster along the baseline. He throws up a runner for 2. The River Nile flowing well to the goal on the near baseline. And here's a 3 far side put up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. A flop on the far side by Muniz, and he is bailed out as they call a foul on Gabe Corum.
Foul number 4, Gabe Corum. That's his second personal foul, second team.
He is to the stripe for 3 Walla Walla Daily Grind free throws. The first, around and off, he missed it. 34-15 the Blue Devils, 2.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Again, delighted to have you with us for our Blue Devil basketball coverage on this Tuesday night. Second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw by Muniz is good. It's 34-16 in favor of the Blue Devils. And the final Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw up and good. He does the meatloaf thing. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 34-17 the Blue Devils. Here is Carter Chevelle driving all the way, and Carter will lay the ball up and in. Far side Garcia with a basketball. 36-17 the Blue Devils. 2:11 and counting left in the second quarter. My hero, your hero, 0 with 8 points in the contest. Fleming on the dribble near side against Carter Chevelle. Far side to Valencia. Back to Fleming near side. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass on the far side to Bird. Baseline jumper partially blocked. Rebound comes off to Pasco. Valencia far side, near side Fleming. Did he get the shot off? No, he did not. He knocked it down, but a shot clock violation called, and the ball back to the Blue Devils. A turnover on Pasco. And a tough break for Pasco, as Fleming drained the 3 from the near side, but it does not count. Chevelle with a basketball. Gets away from Fleming, goes into the lane, throws one up and in, and he is fouled! Holy Toledo! Carter Chevelle imposing his will and drawing the foul from Garcia of Pasco. The Wheatland Bakery substitution, Sal Snow in for Gabe Corum. And a Wheatland Bakery substitution for Pasco. Pitzer checks in. And he is in for whom? He is in for Garcia. Carter Chevelle at the stripe for a Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw, looking to complete a 3-point play with 1:34 left in the second quarter. The free throw is good. He rattled it in. Carter Chevelle with 11 points in the game. 39-17 the Blue Devils, 1:30 and counting left in the second quarter. In the far corner, here is Valencia. Now it's on the near side to Fleming, swinging to the near corner to Bird. A 3 on the way by Bird is short. Rebound off to Bullington. Now it's Chevelle. Chevelle, middle of the floor with a basketball. Goes all the way. Double and triple team. Puts it up and in. They don't count it. They call a travel. Tough break for the Blue Devils with 1:13 left before halftime. 39-17 the Blue Devils. Fleming with a basketball. Far side Muniz. Back on the near side to Fleming. Long 3 on the way by Fleming. Off the back of the rim. Long rebound deflected by Bullington. Taken by Bullington. He out-battled Pitzer for that carom. Near side Dumpster with a basketball. Far side Pemberton. Pemberton into the lane up top. Dumpster. A 3 on the way by Nile. Good! A Dumpster fire provided by Nile from outside the arc, and it's 42-17 the Blue Devils 31 seconds and counting left in the second quarter. Fleming to the high post. Fleming has the ball knocked away, but it's recovered by Pasco in the far corner. Three-pointer, air ball by Pitzer. Rebound Pemberton. Here is Chevelle. Near side Dumpster. Dumpster into the lane, up top for Chevelle. Let's see if they can get Sal Snow in the scoring column just before halftime. High post Pemberton with a basketball. Near side, here is Snow. A three on the way. Yes! Sir! For the opposition. Frightful for Blue Devil Nation. Delightful. Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. Holy Toledo. And a miss by Pasco just before the halftime break, and the Blue Devils will go to the halftime locker room up by 28 points. Wahai 45, Pasco 17. Coming up next, the land title of Walla Walla County halftime report after a 2-minute timeout presented by Knocking Point. You're listening to Blue Devil Radio, presented by Big Blue Boosters on 1320 AM and 92.9 FM, KGDC.
Change is inevitable, and the change of life events is something we all live through, whether it's the joy of a new marriage or business partnership, or the stress and emotion of losing a loved one. Financial advisors Bill Fleener and Brandon Zarro of D.A. Davidson are committed to providing trusted advice through life's key moments. Life changes fast. Fleener Zarro Wealth Management is ready to help. Visit them at 102 West Main Street, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC.
Did we hear your New Year's resolution was to travel more in 2025? The Walla Walla Regional Airport and Alaska Airlines has got you covered with 101 one-stop destinations through Seattle. Escape the cold, dreary days with a great flight schedule to Belize City to enjoy the natural beauty and cultural heritage. Experience the enlarged and remodeled security and gate area in the terminal building. Book your tickets today on alaskaair.com and fly Walla Walla, where your parking is always free.
It's time for this week's Walla Walla Public Schools Focus on Education. Here's Mark Higgins.
The district is conducting a national search for a new superintendent. The new superintendent is expected to be named in early April. Here's School Board Vice President Ruth Latterud.
This is a community position. It is very, very important that the superintendent that the school board selects reflects the needs and desires of all our constituents.
Melanie Owens from the Walla Walla County Traffic Safety Coalition is working with schools on teenager safe driving practices.
The number one killer of our teens is driving accidents, and so we want to make sure that we're bringing a safe driving program to our kids to make sure that they're being safe in the driver's seat.
And finally, Brent Cummins reminds everyone the annual staff, student, and parent survey is underway this month.
From this feedback, we get important data that drives our educational initiatives and helps us best meet the needs of students.
And that's Walla Walla's Focus on Education.
KGDC Walla Walla.
Wahai Dance Team performing here at halftime. Welcome back on this Senior Night 2025. Roy Elia coming to you from our Tolman's Pharmacy broadcast location courtside. The Wahai Blue Devil boys leading the Pasco Bulldogs 45-17 here at the halftime break. And our halftime report presented by our good friend Phil Wasser at Land Title of Walla Walla County, 33 East Main Street in Walla Walla. Land Title of Walla Walla County handles all kinds of real estate transactions, both commercial and private, including broker and for sale by owner transactions. Land Title of Walla Walla County, 33 East Main Street in Walla Walla. We begin our Land Title of Walla Walla County halftime report with halftime statistics presented by our good friends, Wahai alums Jay and Paul Babbitt at the MacArthur Company. Pasco office serves the Tri-Cities area, Yakima Valley, and Northeast Oregon. MacArthur Company provides wholesale construction materials for residential roofing, commercial roofing, HVAC, mechanical insulation, waterproofing products. Call 509-542-5837 for more information. The first half scoring for the Blue Devils: Carter Chevelle with 11, Micah Eggert 2, Gabe Corum 4, Jacob Griffith 6, Truman Bullington 10, Sal Snow with 3, Colt Pemberton with 4, Niall Dumpster with 5. The Blue Devils 18 field goals in the first half, 4 from Bruce Reed range. The Blue Devils 5 for 8 from the free throw line. The Blue Devils were called for 5 personal fouls. For Pasco, Valencia with 3, Barasa with 3, Muniz with 2, Bird with 2, Garcia with 2, Adams with 2, and Sanchez with 3. Pasco with 6 first half field goals, 3 from Bruce Reed territory. Bulldogs were 2 for 5 from the free throw line, and they were called for 10 personal fouls. Halftime statistics were presented by our good friends, Wahai alums Jay and Paul Babbitt at the MacArthur Company. Pasco office serves the Tri-Cities area, Yakima Valley, and Northeast Oregon. MacArthur Company provides wholesale construction materials for residential roofing, commercial roofing, HVAC, mechanical insulation, and waterproofing products. Call 509-542-5837 for more information. And our halftime score, Wahai 45, Pasco 17. We will continue the land title of Walla Walla County Halftime Report with a wrestling update presented by Walla Walla OMS. We'll do it after a 1-minute timeout presented by Knocking Point. You're listening to Blue Devil Radio, presented by Big Blue Boosters, 1320 AM, 92.9 FM, KGDC.
Do you want to know what's really going on in the Walla Walla Valley? Today's Union Bulletin offers you more ways to stay connected with your community, in print, on the web, or on social media. And now, a full print replica edition is available online for subscribers. Now publishing for more than 150 years, the Union Bulletin is proud to support our communities with local, independent journalism. Support your home team community newspaper. Visit union-bulletin.com today.
Ready to make some big changes in your home? Here at Connors Flooring and Design, we understand that investing in new flooring, tile, and countertops involves big decisions that you want to get right the first time. Since 1974, our family-owned business has helped you find the right materials for your home and budget, working with local licensed pro installers to ensure your investment will perform. Come see us today and get a free estimate. Experience our Golden Rule service at Connors Flooring and Design.
KGDC Walla Walla.
And back once again at the Wahai Gym, Roy Elia coming here from our Tallman's Pharmacy broadcast location at courtside. The Wahai Blue Devil boys leading the Pasco Bulldogs 45-17 here at the halftime break. And the land title of Walla Walla County Halftime Report continues with a wrestling update presented by our good friends, Dr. Antonio Caso and Dr. Cecil Ash at Walla Walla Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Walla Walla OMS is located at 312 South 3rd Avenue. Our heartiest congratulations to the Wahai wrestlers. A lot of success during the regular season, and we are hopeful that they will continue their success in the postseason, whether it be district, whether it be regional, whether it be state competition. Of course, the state tournament held for about the past 2 decades or so in Tacoma at the Tacoma Dome. Matt Classic, as it's been known for nearly 2 decades. Let's hope that's in the future for Wahai Blue Devil wrestlers. That's going to do it for our wrestling update presented by our good friends, Dr. Antonio Caso and Dr. Cecil Ash at Walla Walla Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Walla Walla OMS is located at 312 South 3rd Avenue. The Wahai Blue Devil boys, Pasco Bulldogs back out on the floor for some pre-second half warm-ups. The Wahai Blue Devil boys 45, the Pasco Bulldogs 17. And this reminder, the Wahai boys will be moving on to the postseason. The Blue Devils will be playing host to the University Titans out of the Greater Spokane League on Saturday night here in the Wahai Gym. The tip-off is scheduled for 6 o'clock, and we plan to take the air at 5:30 on Saturday night from the Wahai Gym right here on your home for Blue Devil Radio. And tickets are available. They will be sold beginning at 4:30 on game day and will be sold per an email received from Walla Walla High School Athletics until early in the third quarter. Be sure to make your way out to the Wahai Gym this Saturday to root on the Blue Devil boys as they begin the second season. District 6 tournament opener against the University Titans out of the Greater Spokane League. And we will take the air at 5:30 on Saturday night right here on your home for Blue Devil Radio. And that's going to do it for our halftime report. It was presented by our good friend Phil Wasser at Land Title of Walla Walla County, 33 East Main Street in Walla Walla. Land Title of Walla Walla County handles all kinds of real estate transactions, both commercial and private, including broker and for sale by owner transactions. land title of Walla Walla County, 33 East Main Street in Walla Walla. And in mere moments, we'll be getting the third quarter underway. It is presented by our good friend and former Wahai athlete Darren Harvey at Mountain High Truck and Equipment. And our heartiest congratulations to the Wahai Blue Devil girls who closed out their 2024-25 regular season earlier this evening with a convincing win over Pasco. The Lady Blue Devils 64, the Pasco Bulldogs 34. In that contest, the Lady Blue Devils conclude their season at 6-10 in Mid-Columbia Conference play, an overall record of 8 up and 12 down. And with a victory in this game, Wahai boys will conclude the regular season 8-8 in the Mid-Columbia Conference, and they are 1/2 away from picking up their 11th win of the season against 9 defeats. The Blue Devils in the non-con went 3-1. The only loss was at Lewiston. In the non-conference, they opened their season very successfully in Spokane, defeating Lewiston Clark by a score of 61-54, then defeated St. Mary's in the opening game, their opening game of the Lewiston Showcase before bowing to host Lewiston. And the last non-con game for the Blue Devils played on December 28th here in the Wahai Gym. The Blue Devils defeating the Wenatchee Panthers out of the Columbia Basin Big 9 Conference by a final count of 69-43. The second half is underway. The Blue Devils with the first possession. Carter Chevelle. High post, Truman Bullington. Near side, Carter Chevelle. Chevelle back on the near wing. Here is Bullington for three. It's off the rim, no good. Long rebound near side taken by Fleming of Pasco. Fleming with the basketball. Dribbles to the far side. Guarded by Gabe Corum. Near side, here's Valencia. Three over Snow. It's off the back of the rim, no good. High for the rebound is Pemberton. Colt out battling Bird on that occasion. The stud, like a bird, more than Bird, as he misses a three out front, and the rebound off to Valencia. He wrestled it away from Sal Snow. Valencia down the far side, pushes off on Chevelle. Near side to Fleming. Near corner to Bird. Bird dribbles to the wing, traveled, got away with it, gets it inside for Valencia, who lays the ball up and in. 45-19 in favor of the Blue Devils. Chevelle with the basketball. High post to Bullington. Bullington goes into the lane, puts it up, missed it. Off the back of the rim, and the rebound comes off to Pasco, taken by Adams. Near side, it's Fleming. Fleming on the dribble. Drives by Corum, who's got to be careful with the foul difficulty. And Fleming puts the ball up and in off the glass. Pasco with the first two field goals of the second half. Here is Bullington out front for three, off an assist by Chevelle, and Truman Bullington drains the Bruce Reed three. That means $10 more for Big Blue Boosters. Compliments of George and Chase Hessler at Edward Jones. 48-21, the Blue Devils, 6:15 and counting left in the third. Bird with the basketball. Bounce it inside for Adams. Adams shot over Bullington. He missed it. Rebound off to Bullington, now to Carter Chevelle. Chevelle front court. Around a pick by Bullington. Picked up in a switch by Adams. Off for Pemberton. He'll drive into the lane, run over Adams, and Adams going to be called for a blocking foul. Pemberton to the stripe for two. Walla Walla Daily Grind free throws. Colt Pemberton came into the game a 54% free throw shooter, 7 out of 13. Went 2 for 2 in the second quarter. Now he's 3 for 3 in the game. First Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw is up and good. And as we speak, he is now a 63% free throw shooter, 10 for 16. Now 11 for 17. Second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw is up and good. And the Blue Devils lead 50-21. Fleming gets it in for Adams. Shot in deep on the left-hand side is no good. Rebound off to Corum, and now to Carter Chevelle. Chevelle will loop it inside for Bullington. Bullington near side Corum. A three on the way by Gabe. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound taken by Sal Snow. Passing the far side to Pemberton. Now it's Chevelle. Chevelle into the lane. Has the ball knocked away. Saved in bounds by Fleming. Saved it to Adams, who is double teamed in the backcourt. Near side to Fleming. Fleming into the front court. Being dogged by Pemberton. Now he takes a three out front. He was left alone, and he knocks it down. Fleming didn't score in the first half. He has 5 here in the third quarter. 50-24, the Blue Devils. Here is Bullington into the lane, far side to Chevelle. Carter Chevelle in for Bullington against Bird. Backs him into the lane, up top to Pemberton. Pemberton will drive. He is cut off, and then he puts up a underhanded scoop shot with the right hand, and he is fouled. And that foul is whistled on Muniz. And to the stripe. Cole Pemberton for 2 Walla Walla Daily Grind free throws. First one up and good. Attaboy. Colt with 7 points in the game, and it's 51-24 the Blue Devils with exactly 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw also good for Cole Pemberton. He is 6 for 6 in the game. He is now 13 for 19 on the season, just under 70%. 52-24 the Blue Devils. Here is Fleming. Out of control far side. They're going to call a push on Gabe Corum. And for Gabe Corum, that is his third. Pasco to inbound on the baseline. Far side to Adams against Truman Bullington. Dribbles to the wing. Gives it off to Fleming. Fleming into the lane. Near corner, wide open. A 3 on the way is no good. That attempt by Muniz, and the rebound off to Pemberton. Now to Chevelle. Chevelle front court near side, picked up by Valencia. Carter on the dribble. High post to Bullington. Bullington inside for Chevelle, and Hill missed the lay-in. Left it short, and the rebound off to Valencia. Now it is Fleming into the front court on the dribble against Gabe Corum. He'll go into the lane, throw one up off the back of the rim and through. And a timeout called by Pasco, a full timeout. 4:08 remaining third quarter, 52-26 the Blue Devils. We'll be back after a 30-second timeout presented by Knocking Point. Listening to Blue Devil Radio, presented by Big Blue Boosters on 1320 AM and 92.9 FM, KGDC.
Why do so many people listen to KGDC and KGDC2? Could it be our market exclusives on the top 2 names in conservative news? KGDC 92.9 FM has 10 minutes of Fox News each and every hour, and KGDC2 102.3 FM is the exclusive home of townhall.com radio news. Plus, our stations have market exclusives on powerful features such as Breakpoint, Focus on the Family Minute, Dr. James Dobson's Family Talk, and more. 92.9 FM and 102.3 FM, the best radio in Walla Walla.
KGDC Walla Walla.
Your Edward Jones, Hank Warden scoreboard update. Wall High 52 and Pasco 26. Not quite at the midway point of the third quarter. Scoreboard update presented by our good friend Hank Warden at Edward Jones. If you're going to invest, do so with the best. Give Hank a call at 509-240-3948. Also brought to you in part by our friends Rodney and Kelly Bullington at Oregon Grain Growers, using local grains and ingredients to showcase local agriculture. Oregon Grain Growers, 511 Southeast Corn Avenue in Pendleton. Knocking Point timeout period is over. Pasco outscoring the Blue Devils here in the third quarter, 9-7. But the Blue Devils leading 52-26. We are now at the midway point of the third quarter. Near side Chevelle into the lane. Gets by Fleming. Far side, Micah Eggert, a Wheatland Bakery substitution during the timeout period. And he will throw in a nice little teardrop from the far side for the deuce. I like Mike. You like Mike. Everybody likes Mike. Eggert with 4 points in the game. 54-26 the Blue Devils. Long 3 out front by Fleming is up and good. Fleming, a non-factor in the first half, has 10 points here in the third quarter, and it's 54-29, the Blue Devils. Here is Chevelle around a pick by Bullington, picked up in a switch by Adams. Jumper near side, up and good for Carter Chevelle. A baker's dozen in the game for my hero, Zero. 56-29, the Blue Devils, 3:13 and counting left in the third quarter. Here's Fleming driving near side, puts up a teardrop. Off the glass and off the iron, Chevelle gets it ahead to Bullington, and Bullington attempted the dunk with one hand and missed it. Here is Valencia, pass near side over the head of Fleming and out of bounds. And Pasco turns it over. Exactly 3 minutes left in the third, 56-29 the Blue Devils. Micah Eggert gets it into Carter Chevelle. Chevelle against Fleming. Brings it across the midcourt line. Top of the key extended to Bullington. Hands it off to Chevelle. Chevelle has the ball knocked away, but a foul is going to be called. A reach-in foul on Pasco. It's called on Fleming. Wheatland Bakery substitutions for Pasco. Barassa has checked in. Garcia has checked in. And Hill is in as well. Blue Devils inbounding on the baseline. Carter Chevelle. Near corner here, Sal Snow for three. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound off to Eggert. Eggert put back near side, and it's good off the glass for Micah Eggert. Eggs all around for Blue Devil Nation. Any way you like. 58-29, the Blue Devils, a three out front, in and out, no good for Hill. And the rebound off to the Blue Devils. Here is Chevelle, far side to Eggert. Eggert gets away from Fleming, bounces it in the lane for Snow, who lays it up and missed it. Rebound deflected by Bullington, taken by Bullington out front to Chevelle. Chevelle inside for Snow, gets Hill off his feet, lays it up and in. They're going to wave off the basket. They say the foul was on the ground. Wheatland Bakery substitution. Dumpster in for the Blue Devils. He is in for Sal Snow. 2:17 left in the third. 58-29. The Blue Devils. Chevelle inbound on the baseline. Gets it in for Dumpster. And Dumpster has the ball knocked away by Barassa. It's taken by Hill. Near side to Fleming. Up top to Barassa. Barassa to Hill. Into the lane, spin move on Bullington, puts it up over Truman and puts it in high off the glass. Heck of a shot by Hill, and it's 58-31, the Blue Devils. Just inside of 2 minutes left in the third. Chevelle far side with the basketball. Off for Bullington, has the ball knocked away, it's recovered by Chevelle. Carter Chevelle on the dribble. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Bird. Wheatland Bakery substitution. Pitzer back for Pasco, and he is in for Bird. That is 5 team fouls on Pasco, and will mean Walla Walla Daily Grind free throws for Carter Chevelle. 1:44 left in period 3. The free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Blue Devils in the ball game are now 9 of 18. No, I take that back. Second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw is in and out, no good. Followed by Bullington, blocked from behind by Hill, and the rebound off to Barassa. Chevelle misses both free throws. It remains 58-31 in favor of the Blue Devils. Here is Garcia. Hill in the corner to Pitzer for three, and that one is good. Pitzer hits the Bruce Reed three from the near corner, and it's 58-34, the Blue Devils. Here is Bullington into the lane, and Truman will put it up and miss it off the rim. And the rebound off to Garcia. He'll drive near side, take it coast to coast, lay it up and in, foul call. And that foul is whistled on Niall Dumpster. Wheatland Bakery substitution. Jacob Griffith into the ball game. He'll replace Truman Bullington. 58-36, the Blue Devils with 1:13 left in the third quarter. Free throw coming for Garcia. Free throws off the back of the rim. Rebound deflected far side. The two number ones going at it, and they rule that Eggert knocked the ball away from Hill, and the ball will stay with Pasco. Hill to inbound on the far sideline, front court. Ball into Fleming. Anthony Fleming with a basketball. Far side to Garcia. Free throw line extended against Carter Chevelle. Goes into the lane. Tied up by Eggert, and the held ball going to be called. Nice job by Micah. And the ball will stay with Pasco. They'll inbound on the baseline, front court, with 57 seconds left in the third. 58-36, the Blue Devils. Here's Fleming, far corner. Dribbles to the wing. Guarded by Micah Eggert. Now to pick by Hill. Staying with him is Eggert. Off to Barassa. Free throw line jumper over Dumpster. He missed it. Rebound off to Chevelle. Chevelle down the far side for the Blue Devils. Middle of the floor. Goes around a pick by Griffith. Near side to Eggert. Dribbles out front. Near side Chevelle. He'll drive near side. Far corner Griffith on the wing to Dumpster. Now a pass up top almost gets away, but it's taken by Eggert. Eggert into the lane, throws up a runner. It's no good, but he is fouled. Eggert fouled on the play. Fouled by Barassa. Micah Eggert, strike for 2. Walla Walla Daily Grind free throws. First one up and good. Blue Devils in the quarter, 5 for 7 from the free throw line. 10 for 15 for the game. The second Walla Walla Daily Grind free throw by Micah, up and good. 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game for Micah Eggert. 60-36 the Blue Devils. 16 seconds and counting left in the third quarter. Fleming with a basketball on the dribble near side. Fleming gets around Eggert. Pulls up the dribble with 7, with 6, with 5, with 4. Fleming still on the dribble. Going to launch a long 3 out front, way off the mark. Rebound comes off the hill. He got the shot off too late down in the low block. And here at the end of the third quarter, Wall 60, Pasco 36, and we'll be back after a 1-minute timeout presented by Knocking Point. You're listening to Blue Devil Radio presented by Big Blue Boosters on 1320 AM and 92.9 FM KGDC.
Hello, Sarah Rick, Service Director at Walla Walla Toyota. We have a cutting-edge new technology, Hunter Alignment Checker and Laser Tire Tread Analyzer. This is the only tool of its kind in our area. It only takes about 15 minutes of your time, and this tool can save you future tire wear and takes the guesswork out of wondering if you need an alignment. Please stop in. We look forward to seeing you.
Walla Walla Toyota Service Department, 509-537-0124.
The cold weather is here. Stock up on winter products from L&G Ranch Supply in Walla Walla, like stock tank heaters for the animals. For pets, find heated beds and bowls. Look for in-store specials on Science Diet brand pet food. For you or as a gift, find tough insulated Carhartt bibs, jackets, and a full line of winter work gloves. Get rid of ice on driveways and sidewalks with True Value brand ice melt. Shop L&G Ranch Supply for winter products today. Your local True Value store on East Isaacs Avenue in Walla Walla. L&G Ranch Supply.
KGDC Walla Walla.
The fourth quarter is presented by our good friend, former Wall High athlete Darren Harvey at Mountain High Truck and Equipment. Wall High 60, Pasco 36 is our score. Jacob Griffith with a lay-in to begin the fourth quarter. Off an assist by Truman Bullington. Jay Griff with 8 points in the game. Fleming loses the ball in the lane, taken by Chevelle. 62-36 the Blue Devils. Chevelle with a basketball, bouncing far side to Bullington. Truman will back Barassa in. Almost had his pocket picked by Fleming, but a reach-in foul is going to be called on Fleming. No, it's on Barassa. I beg your pardon. Blue Devils to inbound on the baseline. Chevelle to get it in. Far side, Griffith up top to Eggert. Top of the key, Truman Bullington. Near side, Carter Chevelle. Picked up by Hill. Hill drive near side, near corner, here's Jay Griff. Hill drive near side. On the near wing, Carter Chevelle. Chevelle into the lane. Shuffles a pass to Corum. Jumper for 3 is no good, far side. Rebound off to Garcia. Garcia cut off by Griffith. Near corner to Pitzer. Pitzer to the wing, gets it up top. Barassa open for a 3, and that's way off. Rebound off to Griffith. Rebound Chevelle, or to Chevelle, I should say. Now it's Corum inside for Bullington, who lays the ball up and in. Nice pass by Gabe Corum. 64-36, the Blue Devils, 6:41 and counting left in the fourth. Here is Fleming with a basketball. Hands it off to Barassa. Barassa stumbles a bit, still on the dribble. Closely guarded by Gabe Corum. Now on the far side, it's Garcia. Spin move into the lane, and they're going to call Garcia for a travel. Blue Devils to inbound in the backcourt. Here comes Micah Eggert. Eggert driving, bounce it in the lane for Griffith, and Jay Griff will lay the ball up and in. Jacob Griffith 10 points in the contest. 66-36, the Blue Devils, 6:08 and counting left in the fourth. Garcia, free throw line extended, far side. Near side Hill, spots up for a three. Banked it in. Bruce Reed, three, makes it 66-39 in favor of the Blue Devils. Eggert loops it inside for Bullington. The ball knocked away by Hill, recovered by Eggert. Gets it in for Bullington. Short one near side is good. Low block near side. Truman Bullington with 17 points in the ball game. 68-39, the Blue Devils approaching 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Fleming with the basketball, driving near side. He'll throw it up off the glass and off the iron. Rebound taken by Chevelle. Chevelle into the front court. Pass picked off by Pitzer, off to Hill. Hill into the front court. Top of the key. Far corner Fleming on the wing to Pitzer. A three on the way from the far side is off the rim, no good. And the rebound off to Chevelle. Chevelle into the front court. Chevelle, far side Eggert. Spots up for a three. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound near side taken by Corum, up top to Chevelle. Carter Chevelle against Garcia. On the dribble. Garcia pushes him and fouls him on the near baseline. And Wheatland Bakery substitutions for Pasco. Valencia is in. Bird is in. Adams is in. And Mies is in. Blue Devils to inbound on the baseline in front court. Carter Chevelle to inbound. Here side gave Corum. Drives by Bird. Lays it up. Left it short. Rebound off to Adams. Now to Fleming. Fleming on the far side. Far corner. With the basketball is Muniz. Dribbles to the high post. Far corner Fleming. Three on the way. Short. Rebound taken by Jay Griff. Here comes Carter Chevelle. Front court. 68-39 the Blue Devils. 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Chevelle in deep on the right-hand side. Up top, Gabe Corum. A three on the way. Good for the Angel Gabriel. Bruce Reed, three means $10 for Big Blue Boosters. Compliments of George and Chase Hessler at Edward Jones. 71-39, the Blue Devils, 4:14 and counting left in the fourth. Fleming driving far side, far corner Valencia for three, and that one is no good off the rim. Rebound off to Bullington, now to Micah Eggert. Eggert into the front court, driving near side. Near corner, Griffith for three. It's going to be off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound taken far side by Corum, up top for Chevelle. Chevelle into the lane, short one off the glass and off the iron, and the rebound off to Adams. And his pass near side for Fleming, knocked out of bounds by Chevelle. It will be Pasco ball. Wheatland Bakery substitutions. Derek Bingham and Connor Nunez in for Jay Griff and Truman Bullington. Your Edward Jones, Hank Wharton scoreboard update. Wahai 71, Pasco 39, 3:48 and counting left in the fourth quarter. Fleming with a basketball. On the dribble against Micah Eggert. Top of the key jumper off the back of the rim and hits the wire support up above the backboard. And the ball back to the Blue Devils as Sal Snow checks in. He replaces Carter Chevelle. Carter Chevelle to the sideline. I suspect his evening is done. He scored 13 points in the contest. Blue Devils in possession. Micah Eggert with a basketball. Gets away from Adams. Far side here is Bingham for a three. Good! Bada bing! Bada boom! From downtown, Derek Bingham makes it 74-39 the Blue Devils. 3:13 and counting, the time remaining to be played in the fourth quarter. At the next dead ball, Niall Dumpster will check into the Wahai lineup. Here is Fleming with the basketball, gets it in for Adams. Short one in deep, put up no good, got his own rebound. He'll bounce it in the lane, the ball knocked away by Snow and out of bounds. And it will be Pasco ball. Wheatland Bakery substitutions for both teams. Niall Dumpster checks in. Gabe Corum to the sideline. Pasco inbounding on the baseline. Looping pass out front to Bird. Bounce it in for Adams. Adams shot over Nunez. Air ball. Rebound off to Bingham. Near side to Micah Eggert. Eggert on the dribble. Near side Snow. Snow into the lane. Going to do a little crossover. Put it up and miss it. Rebound off to Adams. Now it is off to Joseph C. Wheatland Bakery substitution moments ago for Pasco. Near side, here's Bird for three. That one's off the rim, no good. Rebound up to Adams. Get it in for Bird. Down the lane he goes. Blows the lay-in with the left hand, and the rebound off to Nunez. Now to Micah Eggert. 2:15 and counting left in the fourth, and a 30-second timeout called by the Blue Devils for substitution purposes. Gabe Davenport will check in to the Wall High lineup with 2:14 left in the final period. Wheatland Bakery substitution for the Blue Devils and 2 for Pasco. The play is resumed. Hill will come back along with Sanchez. The Blue Devils 74, Pasco 39. The Blue Devils 2 minutes and change away from ending the regular season 8-8 in the Mid-Columbia Conference and taking an 11-9 overall record into the postseason, which begins Saturday night here in the Wall High Gym against University out of the Greater Spokane League. Opening round of the District 6 boys basketball tournament. Airtime on Saturday night will be 5:30 right here on your home for Blue Devil Radio. Blue Devils in possession of the basketball. Here is Derek Bingham. Near corner to Dumpster. Back to Bingham. Bingham into the lane. Throws up a teardrop. It's around and in! Bada bing, bada boom for Derek Bingham. 76-39, the Blue Devils, 1:53 and counting left in the fourth. Hill with the basketball. Back snow in, goes into the lane. Good defense by Sal down low. Here's a three near side by Valencia. After accepting the pass, up and good. 76-42 in favor of the Blue Devils. Here is Bingham into the lane, has the ball knocked away. It's stolen by Hill. Now to Adams. That's it near side to Joseph C. Stops on the near wing. High post Adams. Shot on the way. Off the back of the rim. Rebound off to Snow. Sal Snow. Off to Niall Dumpster. Picked up in the backcourt by Valencia. Here is Dumpster. Near side Bingham. Derek Bingham into the lane. Crossover move. Puts it up and missed it. Offensive rebound taken by Nunez. He cannot score, and the rebound off to Adams. We're now in the final minute. Time remaining fourth quarter. 76-42 in favor of the Blue Devils. Here's Joseph C. near side for three. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound going to be taken by Valencia. Near side to Hill. Hill for three near side. That's way off the mark. Almost brought the backboard down. Nunez the rebound. Davenport far side to Dumpster. 35 seconds and counting left in the fourth. Dumpster with the basketball into the lane. Near side here is Snow spotting up for three. It's off the back of the rim. No good. And the rebound comes off to Pasco. Taken by Adams. Now it's Valencia. Far side Bird. Bird will drive into the lane. Throw up a wild shot. Off the glass and off the iron. Rebound Dumpster. And I think that's going to do it. We are down to 10 seconds left in the fourth. Dumpster still on the dribble with 5 seconds, with 4, with 3, 2, 1, and the regular season comes to an end. The Wall High Blue Devils 76, the Pasco Bulldogs 42, and now it is on to the postseason for the Wall High boys basketball team. The Blue Devils 76, Pasco 42, and coming up next, the Chevelle Construction postgame show after a 3-minute timeout presented by Knocking Point. You're listening to Blue Devil Radio presented by Big Blue Boosters on 1320 AM and 92.9 FM KGDC.
Doyle Electric delivers an amazing range of services and products to the Walla Walla Valley. Doyle Electric's 5 divisions all strive to satisfy every customer every time. Doyle Security and Electronics is the